Hello Mr. Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Soviet premium tank destroyer, the SU-130PM. Now this tank, along with the cool looking black skin this tank has, is available to be earned in the Black Friday earn op. And yeah, it's one of the 4 tanks you can earn. And I really like this tank destroyer. It's a stealthy Soviet tank destroyer. You've got the concealment down with this setup down to about 221 concealment. You've got a really nice hard hitting 520 alpha gun. You've got 243 penetration on your standard AP rounds, and you've got 320 penetration on your premium heat shells. You then got 65 penetration on your HE for 660 alpha. So this tank, it's a really nice tank destroyer, and even when you're in like tier 10 lobbies, because of the that hard hitting gun, you do really feel like you are hitting them and taking away a chunk of their hit points. Combined by the fact that it is pretty stealthy, means you can often take these shots sort of undetected, and yeah, it's a really decent tank. So the first map we got here, we're platooned up with our pal Swindle 321. Unfortunately, he's not had the best starts in this game. Unfortunately, he's got taken out in the middle of the map. But we're going to try and use this position to try and get shots to into the enemy team. So we're in a good position. We can shoot a lot of different positions here. You can see we have shots onto the tanks in the middle as well as tanks on the left. Our team's fairly well spread out at the moment, so being a sort of stealthy tank destroyer, I'm not going to get too aggressive right now. I'm just going to wait for the opportunity for shots. Now we've got an opportunity to shoot this tier 9 Czech heavy tank. We get one in there, putting us onto our third penetration of the game, putting us on to about 15,000, sorry, 15,000? That'd be a really good start. 1,500 damage. And we're just sort of waiting for shots. I'm kind of looking at the mini-map, taking a note that I suspect we're going to lose the right-hand side of the map on the heavy base, and maybe at some point I'm going to have to turn back. But right now, I'm just going to, I'm going to stay patient and get the shots in where I can. We get a nice one in there to the enemy Barras. Hopefully you're trying to get a finishing shot in there. I thought he was going to carry on driving, but he kind of just matrixed me there and stopped. And unfortunately I missed that shot, but I have got an opportunity to get another one into this heavy tank. And we do finish one off through his sort of track wheel, drive wheel there, picking up our first kill of the game, put us into 2,500 damage. And again, we now have shots at this enemy tank destroyer who's turning his turret to face the friendly team. And that allows us to get a shot in there, putting them onto a one shot. And it just gets taken out before we're able to get the finish. So decent start to this game. We're on 3,000 damage, picked up a kill. We pretty even Stevens game right now. I'm kind of having a look at the mini-map, and I'm thinking it might be time for me to turn back and defend my base, because I know there was like 2 tanks or something coming that way. I don't really want them to push all the way into our base and start capping out. I want to be in a position to prevent that from happening, so I'm going to leave early. I mean, it's pretty decent mobility on this tank. You do have a top speed of 65 kilometers an hour. You don't always get there, but it's fairly mobile, so you are able to sort of get across the map at a decent pace to try and reposition where possible. I'm trying to do that now. I just saw an opportunity to get a shot into this tier 9 German medium tank though, so I'm going to try and finish him off there. I didn't really think that was going to pen, but you never know. But he does. I think he gets shortly taken out, or he actually takes out one of our friendly vanguards and then gets taken out by our friendly tank. So we're moving around. We are a couple tanks down right now. We know there's an enemy T-32 which has sort of come out on the right hand side. I'm hoping he's going to keep pushing, and then I'm going to be able to get shots into him as he advances. But right now I've got opportunities to shoot this enemy Earthshaker. We get one shot in there, putting him onto a one shot. We're hoping to try and finish him off before he's able to escape. We should be able to reload just in time to get this shell in, and we do, and we pick up our second kill of the game, putting us into just shy of 4,000 damage. Now, I'm caught in 2 minds right now, because I'm kind of thinking, I know there's an enemy T-32 heavy tank to my right hand side, probably forward about a couple of 100 meters. And I'm thinking, do I want to push him, or do I want to wait and for him to come and try and make his advance? But I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm kind of thinking, you know what, I might actually need to push and kill that tank. But I just didn't want to go too early, just in case this heavy tank you're looking at here actually tries to cross out, and then I've got easy shots into them. We are a couple of tanks down right now. Our friendly team are pushing towards their base, so I just need to be a little bit careful. But I'm thinking, you know what, it might be time for me to try and just kill this T-32. It doesn't look like he is going to be moving up, so I might have to try and do that. I still have all my hit points, so I'm trying to go. He doesn't know where I'm coming. I'm hoping I can catch him off by by surprise, get a shot in. We damage his ammo rack, which is nice, and that puts him onto, well, a 2-shot to us, or a potential 1-shot if we high rolled. But now he got slapped. He is a 1-shot, and I'm thinking, right, I can come up, I can eat this shot, and then just try and take him out. Now he misses. Now this is where I should have been patient and aimed my shot, but unfortunately I don't, and for some reason I rushed that shot, and that's just kind of pretty poor, because now it means it's not the end of the world. I can still kill this tank, but I'm going to have to eat a shot in order to do so now. So I'm going to have to try and eat the shell. I eat the shell, and now I can finish him off by loading the heat shells and just going straight through his superstructure there, putting this on to 4,500 damage, 3 kills, and 3 enemy tanks remaining, 2 of which are the enemy light tanks, which are in the enemy base area, and they're getting pushed by our friendly team, and one of which is in the middle. Now this is an enemy heavy tank, which I'm going to try and push and see if we can take out. I think it was on like 800 or so hit points. I think it's probably a 2-shot to us. We can afford to eat, depending on what gun he's got, maybe 2 shells. So we're going to try and come around and see if we can finish this tank off, and then we pick up another kill. I don't know what's going to happen in the base, if whether we're going to win that fight against the enemy light tanks, but it looks like we probably are, which is just going to leave us to this 1 tank in the middle, and it is a 4 versus 1 now. I mean, it was a fairly close game all the way through on this particular replay, but now we should win this. This enemy tank's, I'm thinking, he's probably going to head over to try and get the resets on the base. Maybe I can try and catch him unaware when he's doing that and get a shot into him. So I poke round, I see the tank, he puts 1 into us, he was waiting for us, we aimed a shot, and then we take him out. And I'm thinking right now, unless he fires HE at us, I probably can afford to eat the shell and then take him out, because he's a 1-shot to us. So that's what I'm going to do. I eat the shell, and I think, right, just aim my shot, and then we can take him out. And unfortunately, the shot doesn't go true, and that's a bit unfortunate, because now I'm thinking I've missed out on the opportunity to pick up the kill, because he's hard aiming me. I can't drive around this corner because I will die. So I'm going to have to wait for our friendly team to engage. That's all what I can do. If he shoots, I'm going to push forward, I'm going to get my shot in. He does shoot. Now I know I can just need to take my time. I've got another opportunity at this for the 2nd time. Thankfully, we don't fail on that attempt, and we pick up the 4th kill, and brings us then to replay number 1. So we get 4 kills, 5,500 damage, get the high caliber there and the ace tanker. So we go on to have a nice game, and that's it for replay number 1, with 1 final replay to come. So let's move on. Okay, so here we are for the final replay on Howler Pass. It is a top tier matchmaking. There's 1 enemy fun police in the game, 1 enemy light tank, and again we are platooned up with our good friend Swindle 321, who's playing the J Panther 2, the German Tech Tree Tier 8 tank destroyer. Now I'm going to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of this map. It is team destruction, so we don't have to worry about the cap circle. I'm just going to try and move forward and I want to try and find a position to get shots on the enemy team. I'm going to take a somewhat aggressive position, which comes with a little bit of risk taken at the start, but it does mean I can quite often get side shots on the enemy team, and that's the position I'm going to choose to play today. So I'm moving over. I want to try and get over this little ridge, and then I can try and get shots on the tanks which move up on the right hand side. And I could also, it gives me the freedom or the opportunity to try and shoot tanks on the sort of left hand side of the map if I need to. So I come around there pretty aggressively. Good job I didn't take any full damage for going over the physics, who knows. But now we have these side shots. Now this is what I was looking for. I wanted to put the enemy team into a immediate crossfire. That's what we do. Unfortunately, we get detected for shooting that shot, but we don't take any damage from it. So all good in the end. And we're just looking to try and pull off these sort of shots where we can. Now, this enemy tank's retreating. I'm hoping we can finish him off before he escapes. We do kill the enemy T-77, which is one of the other tanks which is available to earn for free. You can only choose one of the tanks. It's either and if you watched my previous video, you can either unlock the AMX CDC Black, the Lover, this tank right here, or the T-77. You can choose one of those tanks, which one, and they all come with like the black skin, and I think this black camo looks really good. In particular on this SU-130, I do really like the look of that. So again, we've got these side shots here. The enemy team are focusing attention on our friendly team, and we're in a really nice position just to get punishing shots, as well as actually pick up a bit of assistance. So we're looking to try and get a nice shot in this Tiger, and when you get opportunities like this gun, so you're almost firing on reload, you can pick up a lot of damage very quickly because it just slaps hard. Sometimes it high rolls as well, and then I've hit people for 600 before when I've got a ridiculous high roll, so it can be really nice. Unfortunately, we bounced there off of the Earth Shaker. I'm trying to get another opportunity. Want to go for the drive wheel, and with the AP, it's quite good normalisation, so you can sort of pen those shots and keep them tracked in place. And we pick up another shot there, our 6th shot, for putting us into 2,700 damage. Got 2 kills, now 3 kills for that shot, and really decent start to this game. We've lost a minimal of hit points, picked up 3,000 damage, 3 kills, but it is a still pretty even game. Now you can see here on the left hand side, I can get shots behind us if I need to as well from this position, but right now I'm just paying attention to these tanks. Now there is a few buildings etc. in the way. This Earthshaker, I may have a shot if he pulls back enough, but he's not quite doing that for us right now. It's looking for like a slim shot, see if I can get one in, but yeah, unfortunately he's lost his detection. Now I have noticed some enemy teams coming around to our base area, which I may need to think about. At the moment I've got Swindle over there who's sort of handling it right now, but I'm just going to look to see if we can get any shots into these tanks on the other side. Because quite often basically just directly where I'm looking there's some tanks, but there is like a ridge there, and they can keep like unspotted and protected to us by that little ridge. It's only if they poke up high where I'm able to get a shot into them. So obviously I have to be careful, because if I get spotted here, obviously I've got no armour in the SU, so I've compared with HE through the turret, and I could die pretty quickly. So I don't want to take any massive unnecessary risk, considering I am having I'm off to a decent start to a good game. And it's pretty even all the way through right now. It's all 9 versus 9. Now it looks like this enemy Tiger is going to make a mistake, and he's pushed up, kind of forgot I was there, and I've picked up another kill there, picking up our 4th kill of the game. There's this enemy Borsig who thankfully misses his shot, because that could have hurt if he was using the big gun. If he had fired HE at me, cool, he could have even one-shotted me. So I do have to be a little bit careful of this tank here. But I'm looking to see if I want him to poke, because that tank's kind of stopping me crossing. Because Swindle kind of has made me aware to the fact that tanks are pushing behind him, so I do need to try and think about that. But that Borsig is somewhat preventing me from making that cross right now. I didn't want to miss an opportunity to get a shot on this side, so I just kind of checked, but there isn't really any easy shots for me. I'm going to go back now thinking this Borsig might get pushed out. Swindle actually takes care of that enemy Borsig, and that's going to give me a little bit more freedom to move forward now, because there's only 6 tanks remaining. We know 2 of them are on the back side, we can see they're spotted on the mini map there, just keeping an eye on their hit points and what tanks they are, because that's always useful information. And I noticed that both those tanks are actually in fact a one-shot to us. Now this enemy Emil's coming. This Emil can clip us out. I don't want to get spotted right now in this awkward position. I kind of want him to push into Swindle and into our artillery, because then I can get side shots in to help them out. Now he has done that. I've got one shot in, put him onto a one shot, looking to try and get the finishing touch here and get this kill. Got about 2 seconds left to take this tank out, but he gets taken out by Swindle and his J-Panther before I can finish him off. But that does take care of that tank. Still an even game, 6 versus 5, and that's a decent game. On to 4,000 damage here. I want to try and maximise this game and try and get as much out of it as I can. I want to try and get shots into the remaining tanks. I know there was an earth shaker around this area because he hadn't got killed from the start of the game, and I'm not entirely sure where he is. So I'm going to try and push forward now to see if we can spot the tanks out. We've got a good camo. There's no enemy light tanks left in the game, so we've got a good chance of staying undetected and out spotting the targets, which is what I want to happen, because then it's going to be a lot less risk of me taking any damage. And it is a reasonably big map, so I do have a good opportunity at doing so. I'm trying to come round. I know the fun place is probably like in the corner of the map somewhere. Enemy tanks get spotted on the left. I'm looking to see if I can get any shots to try and help out a teammate there. But unfortunately, there's too much sort of rubble and concealment, terrain in the way. But there's the enemy Earthshaker. Now I'm thinking this Earthshaker's a one-shot to me. Let's just go round and finish him off. But I was not expecting this. There is an enemy Sturm Tiger. Now he is AFK. I've got 3 farms, but the problem is that Sturm Tiger, although he's AFK, he has got me spotted. And the enemy artillery is looking for shots into me. So this is a kind of a problem for me because the artillery can obviously take me out pretty quickly. Trying to lose my spot. But then this Earthshaker comes up. Now that is also not something I was looking for. That's put me on a one-shot. Now I'm thinking, oh God, am I going to ruin this game here? I need that Earthshaker to die. I don't want to get taken out by the artillery. I'm going to try and slap a shot into this Sturm Tiger here, picking up another shot of damage, putting us under 5,000. Thankfully, Swindle takes out that enemy Earthshaker, which relieves a bit of the pressure, and we're able to kill that enemy J-Panther, putting this onto 1 tank remaining. The tank destroyer has just fired, and I'm going to wait and hopefully pick up the top gun here, which we do, and brings us an end to the video. So let's just see how we got on there in the end. We managed to pick up 6,000 damage, 6 kills, getting the Brother in Arms medal as well, because Swindle also had a good game there. So we both get 3 kills each. You get the high caliber, get the ace tanker again. And that is it for the video in the SU-130. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!